Scotty, you know what is glamorous?
What?
A tradition unlike any other.
That for sure.
The Masters. Let's take a look, Scotty, at some of the more interesting, in your estimation, first and second round pairings for Thursday and Friday. Tell me what you see and why you consider it interesting.
You'll notice that there is a notable Japanese player playing with Ricky Fowler and then Rory McIlroy. The 2:03 tee time is the last tee time, and then the 10:56 tee time is the last tee time of the early wave. So you would then flip them the following day, meaning Brandt Snedeker, Justin Rose, and Jason Day will play at 2:03 on Friday. That is strategic because they take it all the way to sunset. Let's hope there aren't rain delays on Thursday that can push everything back. That can tell you who they want most. But Rory, whoever plays with the Japanese player, because of NHK giving so much money to Augusta National for the TV rights in Japan, and the last group, those are the ones that Augusta National, who has a full say in how they orchestrate the tee times, that's who they feel they want best highlighted. So that's a little note that I think a few people think. But you go to the last 10 tee times of each wave, that's 60 players that carry some type of weight. I don't think there are any dynamics within the pairings that stand out, but I think that, and I don't think that there's any tee times that are more advantageous than the other. The only thing that can dictate an advantage, just like any other tournament, even though you're teeing off on number one both days, unlike the other three majors and PGA Tour events, the weather. I mean, you can't control it, but there always can be better waves, particularly if there are delays on Thursday and people that teed off early on Thursday, they finish their round. That allows them to put their feet up and know I'm either teeing off late on Friday or I may be playing round 2 on Saturday. When players see rains in the forecast on Wednesday and Thursday, they start thinking to themselves, man, I wish or I hope or I'm glad I'm early late.
You mentioned how Rory playing with a Japanese golfer is maybe going to benefit him, potentially. He's one of your favorites to win this tournament. Dustin Johnson would be the other because of their talent and the form that they are in. Dustin's playing with Bubba Watson, who has won this event multiple times, and Jimmy Walker, who's a very good golfer.
Who's won a major, PGA.
What benefit or detriment could there be with that pairing to DJ? Are those the type of golfers that fit his style on the course?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Dustin Johnson is not a player I think other people like to play with because he plays a game that you can't compare to. Bubba's one of the guys you can compare him to. They have similar sight lines, particularly because, but they both hit a fade.
Dustin both hit a right to left.
Well, Dustin can play both shots.
Okay.
And recently, we've seen him apply both.
Okay.
He is a right to left hitter, but he's been relying on the fade a lot. I'm curious to see how many fades he hits.
Okay.
Because during this 3-week stretch, he hit a lot. But it's not as beneficial. To the degree where Martin Keimer entered the 2010 Masters, the #1 player in the world, and reshaped his golf swing so he could hit a draw, even though a fade got him to #1 in the world. I think he needs to play his comfort zone. For example, the par 5 13th, best par 5 in the world in my opinion. You need a rope right to left. I'm curious to see how Dustin plays that hole because he, with his game, if he cuts the corner, he can hit 8-iron in that par 5. There are trees up the left side on 15. Firethorn. It's tough to hit a fade and still land it in the middle of the fairway. That's what I would look for because Bubba will hit the cut from the left side. Will Dustin keep hitting draws or fades? Again, I think it's down to Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy. If they play an A- game, I don't think anyone can catch them. So I'm curious the ball flight and the course management strategy for DJ on days 1 and 2.